You're watching The Film Fix, here from Raleigh Studios in Sonoy, Georgia, formerly known as Riverwood Studios. It's a place where Hollywood has come to small-town America. I'm standing here in one of the, I guess this is a sound stage. It's also the psych wall, where the floor is curved and all that, with Michael Newport of Raleigh Studios. He's the Director of Marketing and Client Development. Michael, tell us a little bit about this whole thing coming to Sonoy.
It's an amazing thing that we got going on down here. We got really lucky to partner up with Paul Lombardi and Scott Tickler. Formerly they had Riverwood Studios, and Raleigh Studios have been very aggressive on trying to move into tax incentive states, and obviously Georgia is one of the top ones right now. Everyone in Hollywood is budgeting for Georgia. Everyone is looking to come this way, and naturally we want to be part of that. So it's just we wanted to be in a tax incentive area. They had a facility, so it made a great marriage. But the one way, or the only way you can make something like this really work is to bring in the right partners. And so that's why we're able to bring in our partners like Hollywood Trucks, who we work with a lot in Louisiana. We have ISS Props, who is probably part of every major feature that's out there right now, providing some type of propping material. We have Branham Enterprises for trussing and rigging, and these guys are all Hollywood legends, and they want to work with us here in Atlanta. So it's a great opportunity for us and for hopefully Georgia.
And what about the town of Sonoy? I mean, it's just amazing. I've been here my whole life, and to see how it just has transformed with new buildings, new businesses, but they still look very much like the character of the old town that I remember. But it's amazing. I mean, was that part of the reason for coming here?
I don't know if it's part of it, but it definitely added to the reason we wanted to be down here. It's a charming city. We can be just outside of Atlanta, have access to the city, the hustle and the bustle, but have every look of Georgia right here, and this within a 1-hour radius of Atlanta. So it's a great opportunity for us to be able to come down here, have the studio, and then have Sonoy right next to it, which could be a virtual backlot. That city could work anything from, like, it's been shot for Los Angeles. It could be, you could throw gravel down, dirt on the pavement, and make it like a western town. It could go back to like the 1920s. It has various looks that we think will make will appeal to producers. And
well, what are those looks in the past that Raleigh Studios? What kind of productions has Raleigh Studios been involved in that you can speak to in the past?
Raleigh's been involved in a lot of projects in the past. A couple of the big ones right now. We're working with Universal on Battleship. Big budget. That's down in Louisiana.
Based on the Milton Bradley or one of those games. Hasbro. That's it. The Hasbro game. And what's the cast on that? I can't remember. They've come up with a great cast.
Rihanna's in it.
And yeah, Rihanna's in it. So it's going to be very exciting. That's
budget.
Great. Do you think any of that'll come here? You know?
I'd like to see it. Right now, I mean, right now this facility might be a little small for some of that, but you got to build the infrastructure first. You get the right partners, you get the right people in place, all that's going to come. We start building up the crew base a little bit more. You know, you already got some great productions right now going on here. You have Fast 5 going on. So hopefully some of those will kind of filter around, and we'll get our piece of it here at Raleigh, Atlanta.
Well, thank you so much, Michael. And we're going to take a step around, and we're going to see what other things they've got going on here and all these other businesses. We want to take a look at Hollywood Rentals. That's one of the companies you guys work with.
Absolutely.
And we're going to see what they're up to.
I'm Chase Chenoweth, film producer, and you're watching The Film Fix.
My name is Paul Lombardi. I'm with Raleigh Studios here in Sonoy, Georgia. What we're doing here in Sonoy is coming forward and teaming up with Raleigh Studios to create an entertainment center here. We've been here approximately 20 years, and this affiliation with Raleigh is really a big thing for us because we bring a lot of folks from Hollywood here with many different abilities. The rigging aspects with Branham grip equipment and truss. We've got Hollywood Rentals with all their grip and electric equipment. Hollywood Trucks out of Louisiana. ISS out of California, which is the biggest prop house in the world, really. So at any rate, we're very excited about the prospects of what's going on here, and hopefully this will be the beginning of something really good in Georgia that will be long-lived.
Why here? Well, Atlanta actually is one, very friendly. Two, the production service oriented people that are actually developing the infrastructure has actually grown, and 3, the incentive program. All 3 of those together actually make it a wonderful place that all of us can actually bring better and larger projects to the industry. Regarding Hollywood Rentals, we've been around about 40 years. We're the largest production service equipment company in the nation. Atlanta will be our 7th location. We have some in Orlando, Charlotte, Baton Rouge, Sylmar, Detroit, Budapest, and now Atlanta. So we're going places to where productions are going, and we think we actually have what production are requesting. Thus, that's Hollywood Rentals. When I reference gear, just for the simple person and stuff, that may not be involved in the industry, what we're really talking about, gear consists of lighting equipment, grip equipment, cable, distro, power, generators, tractors, trailers, and as you can see in the location here, we currently have 3-ton, 5-ton, 10 tons here at the present time. A couple of projects in which we're involved in, one currently right now is actually Transformers 3. The big thing about Transformers 3 and what we provide is our sister company Raleigh Studios actually providing the stage and facilities in Playa Vista, and we are actually providing the gear for that as well as helping out with the majority of the packages on the locations. So Transformers 3, we did 1 and 2. 3, it just happens to be the cup of tea for us that actually puts that series over the edge. We've done Iron Man 1 and 2. Those are very, very big projects. We actually transported 16 53-foot trailers of gear to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, because it was such a large project, and these are some of the projects and the abilities that we have to actually support large and small productions. One of the problems or issues that most lighting and grip companies come across with is servicing a large production such as I Am Legend. And when we obtained I Am Legend, the production and crew actually had a negative feeling with Hollywood Rentals being so far away and either Charlotte and or Los Angeles being able to service them. Well, we serviced the entire show on location in New York, and that really says a lot. Crew now, at this particular time even, recommends additional productions, personnel, gaffers, grips, DPs to Hollywood Rentals because of what we were able to do from a far distance location. So coming to Atlanta, it's no different than filming in LA for us.
I'm Beverly Sapphire at Movie Rags Costume Company, and you're watching The Film Fix.
I'm here with Chase Chenoweth. He's a producer from Hollywood who has relocated in our town of Noonan, Georgia. And we're here at Sonoy at Raleigh Studios. And, you know, this is a neat room because it's got all these great things from movies that have actually been made here or have been handled by Full Scale Effects. Can you tell us what some of these things are, Chase?
Yeah, oh, it's very cool. This is like a Hollywood graveyard. There's some of the props from We Were Soldiers. There's a .50 caliber up there.
That's the Mel Gibson movie.
Mel Gibson Vietnam movie. There's the sign from Andersonville, the TNT miniseries, very successful, great miniseries. Over here, well, you'll see various and sundry pieces from different movies, torpedoes, weapons, signage from some movies. As you move around, you'll see the chandelier from Underdog, which was a major Hollywood production.
Yeah, very wide release, and this is the chandelier from Underdog, which is kind of neat. But in this room, a lot of the special effects are built by Full Scale Effects, right?
Exactly, Full Scale Effects, and in this case, Raleigh, Riverwood. You know, this is where you come to do, if you need a sign created and built, this is the shop, this is the workshop. If you need to mock up a room, recreate a room for a camera angle, this is where you come to put it together. And because all the stages around us are near enough that the crew can just come in here, create what you need. It's Hollywood, it's magic time, and take it to the set.
And one of the recent films that was shot here is Killers with Aston, Kutcher, and Katherine Heigl. And they actually built a two-story building or apartment in one of these sound stages, didn't they?
They built an entire house inside the sound stage. When you watch that movie and you think it's somewhere in California, it's not. It's somewhere in Sonoy, Georgia. And they built the entire house on the sound stage, inside, obviously for control of the environment, and I mean, that's the way it works in this business. You don't know that you're on a sound stage. It's a house, and if you watch the movie, there's no discernible way to tell.
Well, and it's just a piece of Hollywood in Sonoy when they actually relocate or build buildings that mimic what the look is out there. We saw that with Drop Dead Diva, where they built entire buildings on the back set here in a neighboring county, and it's just an amazing thing. So Hollywood has come to Sonoy. Just walking around and looking at the various props here at Raleigh Studios, formerly Riverwood, you run across some really neat things, and one of the things is this thing here from X-Files, the first movie. I guess at some point Fox or Scully were holed up in one of these things. I think it was Scully who was down in the Antarctic and trapped in this thing here. Why here, and why in Sonoy have you guys brought your company, and tell us about what you guys do.
Well, we're a movie prop rental house, so we have weapons, we have props, we have antiquities, we have about 1 million different props in 150,000 square feet in Los Angeles. The reason we're here is Riverwood Studios. It's a great facility. Georgia is a very good place to do business. There's a lot of production taking place here. The incentives certainly help, so we're here for all those reasons. So going to slowly grow this company here in Georgia and continue doing films.
And what kind of films, or are there any productions right now or in the past that ISS has been involved in that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, right now we actually have Fast and Furious 5 that's in town, in Atlanta filming.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, we're doing all sorts of things for him. A new one, a Jennifer Aniston film called Wanderlust is here as well. TV shows, Vampire Diaries, Meet the Browns, lots of different shows.
And I guess you guys don't just give the guns to, you have all kinds of, is there a particular prop that you're most proud of that you can speak to that maybe the people watching will know about?
You know, I'm asked that question all the time, and we have literally over 1 million props. You know, these guns are all pretty special. This was used by Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight, Tom Cruise, Night and Day, Sylvester Stallone for The Expendables, Samuel Jackson, Angelina Jolie, Johnny Depp. So that's pretty marquee value type people.
Oh, absolutely. All of these are very good movies, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is great. I guess you did see The Expendables this year, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was just such a wonderful, fun ride,
yes,
and it really brought us back. What's neat about it, looks like what you're doing is you're dealing with a lot of practical effects as opposed to computer-generated ones, and it's great to see that. Has that sort of the art of the practical effect been lost a little bit with all the computer stuff, or how has that affected your business?
A lot of people thought that we would go the way of you know, digitizing everything and real props go away. I've seen the exact opposite take place. We're using more and more together, real stuff. They're enhancing what we do. Transformers 3, for example. We build a lot of the physical props, and then the computer guys take it from there and make it do amazing things that we're not capable of doing, but we start with a physical prop. A press camera.
Yeah.
We'll do a real press camera now opposed to a prop one.
Oh, I see. Yeah. And here you've got your light what is that? The light panel.
Yeah.
You've got and this is a real camera. It's
an
HD cam, and that's amazing. So when you have that shot, it's a real camera.
It's a real camera.
Yeah, and this is what, about an $8,000 camera.
Somewhere thereabouts,
Yeah,
but
so
there's nothing better than the real thing, like a real gun, a real camera.
Absolutely.
And then the computer guys can make it do whatever they want to do it from there.
That's really amazing. I was wondering why you had a camera back here.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Well,
You guys are on camera now.